Rated PS for pretty stupid.
Are you not at least curious?
Not at all.
Just come on, not just curious.
Not even
Not
a little
anticipating. Not just curious.
Nah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
did we too?
No, I'm not. No, because I've realized I only have a finite amount of hours to enjoy media.
Oh, I see. So
So I'm not going to waste them on something I know I'm not going to like.
right, and I don't know
Unless you're watching this podcast.
and I really don't know what it is. This new thing. It's really so anti-comedy that Netflix keeps doing the live comedy things where they bring the people into the area, because that's what it's doing as well. The thing that Cat Williams and Chris Rock did, that never works. I do want the final product of a produced, edited special, not overly produced like the big arenas, but the nice ones, not the live.
Like where you
That's always
fumble,
so
you make
tough
a
and
mistake.
awkward to watch, especially when they always do it with the unfunny. Well, not the unfunny, because Cat Williams is funny, but this last special was dog shit.
Yeah.
Because he was just,
Rambling.
oh man.
He thought he was on a podcast again.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But I was so disappointed because Cat Williams he has such a sharp, like, comedy. Even when he riffs, like even on radio and stuff, it's so funny. So I was like, yeah, riff, yes, but just be funny. Yeah, but they always descend into that trap now of kids these days. Let me be anti-woke.
Yeah.
What are the gay people, the trans people? They always go down that route.
And I blame the audience for that.
Yeah.
People have put comics on such a high pedestal that if someone doesn't
They
have
feel like-
humility, they're like, I'm a truth sayer. No one else can speak the truth but us.
Yeah.
That's so, and but there's no stakes. It's so pretentious because there's no stake. You standing at armchair and saying all sorts of wild shit, saying, there's no stakes there. You comparing yourself to some activists who are facing danger.
Yeah, well, it's I think it's the problem is like the woke people allowed the clapter to begin with like Donald Trump's bad.
Yeah,
And then
so there's overcompensation.
There's an overcorrection where other people are like, he's actually kind of cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, comedy sucks, folks. Welcome to the show.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, it started. Yo.
Welcome to the show. This week we're joined by the traitor,
Yeah.
Thulasizwe.
Benedict Arnold, the
What's
defector.
up? What's up? I just went back home. They kept me here long enough. It was enough.
Boy
Just
couldn't
went back
crack
to
it
my
in.
camp.
Boy couldn't crack it in big old city.
Yeah. I was
He had to
like,
go back down to
nah,
Joburg.
The shadow of Stuart Taylor is too much for me to. No, yeah, for real. I don't know how to get out of that one. Yeah, it was like-
You had to. I don't blame you, dude. You had to go. You couldn't handle it in the big pond. You had to go back the tiny one.
Dog. Yeah. It's actually so weird how opposite for comedy, how that is so true in terms of how the scene is big here and there's no scene.
Yeah.
But it's completely the opposite in everything else. Like Cape Town is such a small town when you compare it with Joburg, like in terms of the commerce. And dude, here, I mean, everything is almost in one place, and the more you move from the city center, even like 15 minutes, you start like going away.
Yeah, in the
Where else in
wilderness.
Joburg, there's multiple like central. There's no one.
Oh,
yeah,
so what you're saying is Joburg was poorly planned. Is that I get it.
I don't
get it.
I don't.
What you're saying is they created
I don't
a
know.
prison for
I
cars.
think Cape Town, maybe, but Cape Town feels now more claustrophobic.
Yeah.
In a weird way, because of course with Joburg, I left when I was still kind of a kid. So now I'm only experiencing it now as an adult, and I'm like, oh, this is so huge, and there's so many different areas of commerce and all of that. Whereas in Cape Town, of course, it's central. So now Cape Town feels too small almost, which is perfect for an open mic scene.
Yeah.
Because you
Okay,
need
all
that
right.
interconnected.
Damn, this guy's pew pew pew. He goes to Joburg for 2 months.
Yeah,
now.
it's like it's perfect for your little thing that you guys have to do.
It's cute. Your little hee hee ha ha.
It is, but that's
If you don't
good.
wanna
That's
make
what
money-
makes good comics. Yeah, that's what makes. Okay, I was telling Gosa yesterday that I feel like there's not enough appreciation even within us. We don't realize how good Cape Town open micers are because we only looking at them here comparing with
I don't
each
watch
other.
anybody stand up. I don't like any of your jokes. All of you.
Bruh, everyone, people. Okay, I don't want to badmouth comics from other places where I still have to go.
Where you live now.
But yeah, but
Name
no,
names.
Cape Town comics are writing. You realize that here, there's also a layer of love for comedy that you don't see much in other places. It's almost like a money thing where it's like, because in Joburg, that's what you see. Like you see the theaters, you see the corporates. So people start comedy. It's already a career. Yeah, very few people are thinking of the career. People, it's just jokes. We're just going to open mics.
Believe me, I'm thinking about career constantly. It's just not thinking about me.
You like 5-6 years in now. That's why.
It's my first year in comedy, guys. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still learning the ropes.
He's 5 years in. Enjoy the gig in. I don't. Let me not say gig names.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Nah, but I do agree. I wish there should be like a place that's somewhere in the middle, like where there's money is possible, but also the
Comedy clubs. We need people to open comedy clubs.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
and it
the
shouldn't be
middle.
comics. I feel like it's just all on us, but it shouldn't be. We need people that are professionals in events and marketing, whatever, and we just show up to perform.
Yeah. You need somebody who's like, I want to open a bar, but I don't want anybody to talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's-
I just want.
I want them to come here and drink and look at the wall.
And doesn't it seem like a no-brainer? It seems like such. Why are people not doing it?
Trevor Noah, you're a vampire. Just open a club and leech off of younger, better comics and say,
Literally.
then you can just, for the rest of your life, you can be like, I helped him. He's successful because of me.
Put him
Yeah,
on.
we'll
Just
be
gladly
the-
give you those flowers.
Yeah, be the Drake of comedy.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, in South Africa, what also makes me sometimes a bit hopeless is that, let's say someone like Trevor Noah would open a club, we would barely see any spots because
That would
the
be like-
industry is so small that even the bigger guy, you in the same gigs with guys you should not be in the same gigs, competing for the same things.
I don't think that's true. Like even in the bigger countries, that
Sure.
you in the same rooms with people that are years
Way
and
more
leagues,
successful.
leagues above you.
But I feel like in America, someone who has done a Netflix special
Yeah.
is in a different shoe to an open micer in terms of them competing for a 2,000 Rand gig. Where else here, you are still competing with someone that was on Netflix, on Showmax or whatever, fighting for a hosting spot, even at Kloof. Like, it's like such that, and you have no chance, of course. You'd never be better than some of those. So it's like, I feel like if that club would open, it would need to be a club that does comedy every day.
It would have
Yeah,
to be
it'd have to be an
For it.
everyday
Yeah,
thing.
if it's just a weekend or whatever, it
No,
wouldn't
it would
be
have
enough.
to be every day. But the
Wouldn't
problem
be
is
enough.
that's the flip side of that problem. The talent pool is so small. How are you going to fill it up every day?
They don't have people to rotate around
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
like there's going to be comics coming in from
out of town.
Zambia or wherever.
I don't
Other
know.
countries to come play. Maybe. But
I think
Well, there
it
shouldn't be
might. Maybe
enough.
not every, but if you have like something that runs like 5 days a week, I feel like you might have.
I think you can pull it off.
I think you can pull it off if you
Nomad.
consider the gigs that we do have here.
Yeah, Nomad used to be 4 days a week, and we were up like every night.
Yeah, but that's the
Damn.
But the audience was like rotating a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hope for that. Otherwise,
And you also need people. So then it would be good to have that kind of club. Unless you want like class, because class would come into place in Cape. If they did it in Cape Town, it would just be a well of people thing. I feel like it would work in Joburg. The numbers as well. I feel like in Joburg you have enough people to keep for them to come and watch. Not enough comedians, but enough.
I don't know. There's like 3 million people in the city? We can scam 3 million people.
yeah, but how many of them are willing
Nah,
to
bruh,
pay
but
for
a lot
comedy?
of them are
We can
in the
scam
north. A
3
lot
million
of
people.
in Joburg, there's so much more people in a small space that are all in that mentality of fun and going out and enjoying. Whereas here, within that 3 million, it's probably people. A lot of that is in like the north, whatever. A lot is like older people.
Yeah.
It's a
And I feel like there's more, not wealth, but like the income inequality is less in Joburg.
It is. In Joburg, it's so weird. And it's something that I did make a sort of a video about it where I was so... It was a weird new reality where, because of course, South Africa, that income gap is always there. But here, you can exist without seeing it if you choose to. You can sort of be in certain spaces where someone else is cleaning up the homeless people for you, moving them away. You can... In Joburg, you can't. Within the center, wherever you go, the poverty is like there's a coexisting, which is bad for crime. Then that's why Joburg, there's no place where you're fully safe. But it's like, yeah, it was just an interesting. It feels like the real South Africa, because then you're like, oh, everyone is existing here. There's a BMW there right next to it. There's a poor, and no one's chasing that person away. It's just understood that
They coexist.
we live here. Like it's fine. So
Yeah, you can't build these gated communities and stuff they have here.
yeah, I think that they probably do. There's probably some rich ass neighborhoods that do have those. I don't think.
Sandton and Sandton never had load shedding.
Maybe certain areas of
Sandton
Sandton
West or wherever it was.
I don't know. Sandton. I mean, I stay there now, and there's a lot of. No, Sandton is big. Let me clarify. Maybe I'm being too casual. Again, a testament of Joburg being bigger than we realize.
Yeah.
Even Sandton is so many area. It's like so huge. It's not like one gated community. It's it's big. So there are fancier places, I feel like, where maybe that happens. But still, like Joburg now has water problems where sometimes water goes off and there's something happening with the city there, corruption, of course, and all of that.
So-
and water does leave, and you like, this is Sandton, but water is still a problem.
Are you in the poor part of Sandton?
I think relatively, maybe doesn't feel
He's
like
the guy
poor.
sleeping next to the BMW in Sandton.
That's who exactly. I'm that guy sometimes.
Fair,
I
fair.
share the blanket with him. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, dude, I have been enjoying Joburg just for it feels more real life for me, as in, yeah, I feel like here there's a lot of, I realized that it's been a long time since I had a feeling of being conscious in my surrounding, like, maybe I don't belong. I feel like I had too many of those.
You don't
here.
go home.
I had too many of those feelings here, bro. When you had trying to have fun, you're going to those wine farms or whatever.
yeah.
There's too many times where you feel like you are the other.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
else in Joburg, it's the opposite. You almost like the default. You belong there. And it's like, even the white people in Joburg are different. They almost more
Welcoming.
like, what else here there is a...
Yeah, they
like
look at you, they're like...
Yeah, here there is a yo. Like, so yeah, it's just those tiny things that are hard to explain to someone else. Like, you just need to experience them. It would be hard to articulate.
Okay.
It's just small things that you see and you're like...
Yeah, we don't get enough tenders here. That's why.
Yeah.
There's too much. That's because there's so much black wealth in Joburg in comparison.
Exactly. That's
As a-
another thing.
Yeah. So like in here, like you don't stick out. You stick out so much, even if you can afford to belong.
If you're in a fancy place, you're
Yeah.
sticking out. There's so much black wealth in Joburg. That's another thing that is like, where I'm like, there's so much work I need to do in my brain for that to not be a shocker. Because in South Africa, with the stats in South Africa of population, it should make sense that they should be. But you see it in Joburg, where here, if you're moving past Sea Point and there's a Ferrari there, it's probably an older white dude that's there. Whereas in Joburg, it's probably a black guy. It's probably a black woman. It's like...
Hey, don't discredit the Nigerians here, okay?
Yeah, Nigerians.
Oh,
They
yeah,
have
actually,
Ferraris.
especially around here, like the
Nigerians
South.
work hard, just as hard as South Africans do.
Yeah, they move. I think you mean they move that hard.
Yeah. So that has been an interesting discrepancy to see. But as far as comedy goes, nothing is touching Cape Town. Nothing, bruh. Literally nothing.
Said it
is touching-
before, I'll say it again. Fuck Joburg. I'm kidding.
Nah, bruh.
kidding, I'm
Literally nothing is touching Cape Town in terms of the writing, in terms of the alternative styles.
Yeah.
I feel like there's comics that would absolutely bomb all the time in Joburg.
Here.
That have space in Cape Town. And because in Cape Town, they're more artsy. It's almost like you're in Makanda, the national art. They allow you to...
This guy's saying we're doing frilly stuff
Exactly.
over here, dude.
We are,
Like,
which is great.
they let you
But
be
that's
frilly
how you
here.
grow.
Frilly comedy.
That here you can do there's certain comics that I feel like would not exist in Joburg successfully that here are doing great. Like if you see like Sophie Jones sets, I feel like they can only exist in Cape Town. In Joburg, that
Gotta
would
be a hack.
That immediately no. Well, I didn't
works.
say it, but
Hack works.
I did not say it. But if you can point out that black people have difficulty swimming, you might
Yeah.
be on the right path.
If you can tell,
Can white people dance? Let us know, my
They
good
love
sir.
that shit.
Yeah.
They eat it up.
tell them about our differences, folks.
Yeah. Man, black people be. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
do you have an Indian accent in you? Yeah, that's...
So Joburg is the reason that comedy culture, you guys are holding us back.
Yeah.
I feel like it is because I do think it has more pull than Cape Town in terms of how central and influential it is to South African comedy. I think with the amount of work Cape Town is doing, if all of this was in Joburg, it would have moved
lot
culture
further.
so much and attracted so much also international talent. But because it's in Cape Town, it feels like it's in some corner.
Yeah.
Like where comics just go to develop, do a week, and
Say
then
they
go
don't-
back to Joburg.
we're like the special child that they lock. Yeah. I thought you had 5 kids. No, just
fam, actually, yeah.
just Joburg and Durban.
Yeah.
Cape Town, stay in the closet.
So if all of this was in Joburg, it absolutely, you see how like things would develop. Like
So you hear
much
that,
quicker.
Joburg, for the sake of comedy, stop
Try something new.
for the culture. Do it for the culture.
I do understand.
We're what the culture's feeling.
You guys keep taking my words too far. Wait,
Hey,
You just said
You
Joburg
say-
is holding comedy back.
yeah, you have a hard time articulating things. I think you've said that a couple of times.
We'll translate it
no,
for you.
look, there's a lot of here. Okay, here's the positives in Joburg comedy. I do feel like the people there are more like, okay. And this it's not contradictory, but it's just a different thing. Like I said, here there's space for sort of alternative and all of that.
Friendly comedy.
But at the same time, Joburg comics are so much more free. And I don't know how to further elaborate on that. But in terms of what they do on stage and entertaining and using their bodies and voice and all of that,
Yeah.
they so much more.
They're
And it's
showmen.
made me free. Now I've realized, you don't just have to you can't just stand and talk, but you are free to try other things. You are free to talk about personal things and not bomb, but it doesn't have to just be joke all the time, as in, yeah, I don't know. There's
No,
so
it
many
kinda has
things,
to.
and you see it with, hello.
No, I hear you. Because I remember when Tats was here.
Right.
Tats was here and he was talking about comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
He was telling me, you're funny, but you
Do
don't bring
something.
it.
Yeah,
you don't.
but-
You're not a showman.
But that's what you see with Joburg comics. Like, I know it was here as well, but someone like Titi as well. Titi is so funny and so dynamic in what it does from one moment to
yeah,
another.
but Tsitsi's like he's the exception, bro. Like he's.
But there are other super, like, have you seen Khabane?
no.
Khabane is one of the, like, his brain works in such a different way, but in a way that I feel like might not be, I'm like, it's not a Cape Town way of thinking in that there's an out of the boxness of it. Here, I feel like people are more, it's okay.
I'm scared she's
She,
gonna, like,
she
pull
literally
it.
Oh,
put,
you're
she
scared
put
it's
her
gonna-
head in there already.
Yeah, I'm scared she's
Yeah.
gonna like pull it over
Oh, okay, let me just put it here in the center.
so we can watch her.
Yeah, that's part
Yeah,
of the show.
yeah. You don't have access to this anymore, Cat.
Yeah.
Just put it back there.
So Cabana is like, who would you compare him to? Like, trying to think of out of the box guys. Like,
Khabane is like, Khabane is, but that's another thing about him is that Khabane is so funny even in conversation. There's people that are like that all the time.
I see.
But same as Titi, where when you're talking to him, you're like, oh, this is the same machine. It's the same engine.
Yeah.
It's not a character that's
Like, he
on
doesn't have
stage.
to turn on.
This
Yeah.
person thinks like this, like fully all the time.
Yeah.
And again, those are then the guys that are as committed to comedy, that have that same commitment you see in a lot of Cape Town comics as well. Like that everydayness of it. And if we don't have gigs, we'll produce gigs. If we
Yeah.
don't have... Yeah, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. There are a lot of those people in... They're just outnumbered by the hacks. But there are a lot of the good guys that... There's so many funny people, bruh, that think in such a beautiful way. It's just that, again, there's no formal way... Yeah, there's no formal system or formal scene for them to flourish,
to thrive.
as far as that goes. So.
I've been saying it for years, man. Comedy clubs is the answer. There needs to be a middle step, unfortunately.
guys, let's take out a loan.
It doesn't what?
Let's take out a middle ground.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, let's take out loans, all three of us.
And
build
but
a
I don't
comedy
think
club.
I don't think it should be a comic. That's the thing. I think comics we should keep doing these independent pop-up gigs, but I feel like as far as a comedy club, because we are doing it as so you can get stage time. It should be someone who's doing it as an actual business.
Yeah.
And it should be so
What
serious.
about a failed comic?
Sure,
guy who
but no one
didn't
wants to
make it.
admit. They'll still host. Those people will want to
I
host.
respect that.
They'll want to headline.
Didn't Joe? Wasn't Joe that the Parkers Club? Wasn't that
For or
a failed comic hosting? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how big he was.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. It's before my time.
Exactly. It's
It's
way before my time. I have no idea. But
the
if he's
problem
a-
with those comics have egos, brother. Than this side, they
got-
just want to
I
headline.
got one more in me.
They just want to headline.
I got one more run.
And then it's just gonna bore the crowd because the
Yeah.
crowd, if there's always that one person that's doing hours in between, then it's gonna be like, yo.
we want to go home, bro.
Yeah, so you need someone who runs it like a business and they don't
Ego.
want to perform or they're not involved in that bullshit. They're just focusing on the business
Somebody
side.
who understands what comedy is, and then also
That's
And
the
the
important
business
part.
side
So
and the
a comedy
marketing.
fan.
A comedy
Someone who's
fan.
a comedy.
who with millions of monies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this marketing we have to do, like with shows, and we'll be able to market because this marketing we does, I feel like it almost waters down how important what we bring, the talent, the performing is. It feels like that's useless. Like it feels like
Comedy is useless as
no, but I'm saying in a show,
Yeah.
that's the main part. That's the talent. But now it feels like the important part is how many people can you bring? What can you? But it's like, yo, I'm performing. I'm bringing jokes to the thing. How is that not the most important thing that anyone is doing? But it's like, yeah, your little jokes. Can you
Right?
bring 10 people?
Okay, yeah, you're funny, but how many followers do you have?
Dog. So, but people have been complaining. We've been complaining about. We have to. That's the new. Unfortunately,
It's a
that's
standard.
the new.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to. You can just fail at it. Like
Fit, sure.
you can fail like your boys.
I was telling
Not
Gosa
fold to the system.
and just keep. Yeah. I was telling Gosa that I had a sort of change.
An epiphany.
In not epiphany because I feel like it didn't happen all at once. I don't know what happened. I just found myself where I feel like my ambitions for like marrying success, like commercial success with comedy, for some reason they just fell away. I don't know what happened. Now I am in that mind where I feel like I've re-fallen in love with just the craft itself, and I'm just thinking about my own project in terms of how I work, and I'm not even thinking about the success of it. I don't even have those ambitions now, which of course I would like to make money full time from it, but now that's not even, and it feels like something from my shoulder has like that's fallen away, dog.
I was telling you, that's crazy to me. The fact that you came into comedy thinking there's money to be made in here.
Yeah.
I did. That was not the main, but I was like, yo, you can, because you know, when you see other people that are, you're like, oh, I can also then. But now I'm like, but again, this going away, it wasn't, I didn't have a negative moment where I was like, I'm never going to make money. This is depressing. Let me let that go. I don't know what happened where it just went away. And now I'm just like, yo, even if I just do like a project and it's just 10 people listening, I want to have albums.
Okay.
I want to have like comedy albums. Again, I specifically want people to listen to them like in audio on like Spotify. So like, I have like backwards ambitions now.
Yeah,
where
I'm going to vinyl, dude.
I have
Yeah.
backward. Dude,
I want to put my shit on vinyl.
buy
I
a
want
tape.
timestamps.
Yeah, you know,
I
I
want
want
timestamps
cassettes.
of my comedy, of where I am. Hence, I'm trying to be like vulnerable in the writing and things, so that in 10 years I can say, "Oh shit, I've done 4 projects, 5 projects. No one has seen them at all. They're in obscurity." But I think for me, that would be count as success. It's just maybe what I've redefined what success looks. Of
not a
course,
bad thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys? Where are you guys? I mean, let me start with you, Rowan. Where are you?
This is coming out Monday, so we just did a show to like 4 people at
Yeah.
the Protea Fire and Ice on Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that
about
show
right.
is not happening on the
It's
2nd.
happening this
The
Friday.
day
but
after
this
tomorrow.
episode will be up.
This. Oh, okay. all right.
Monday.
Yeah. We are going to paint the walls of that hotel room with our blood.
Nah, that
We're gonna
won't
do a
happen.
murder suicide.
Samoka is enough. I feel like the cat might be thirsty.
Like,
Do you know? Like, does she have water?
she
There's water in the shower.
does.
Or should I put this in the bowl?
Yeah, maybe just put it in the bowl.
Okay.
Sorry, cat water break. But I think she's just like wants it because it's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. So, oh yeah, you guys have the show on Friday. That's nice.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Double digits tickets sold, God damn it.
Nice. How many have you guys sold so far?
Double digits,
Double
baby.
digits.
Say the numbers. Don't be scared.
Hey, double
I,
digits.
I'll tell it to you in base 2. 001111000111110. Yeah, that many.
Okay, very specific. Yeah. Yeah, but also no, but I think Samoga is good at comping out.
But he also kind of fucked us. Let's be real. He fucked us. Because if you're a comedy fan
Yeah.
and you go and look at what's happening at the Protean Fire and Ice this
Right.
weekend, you see the two of us
Yeah.
on Friday, and then you see Riyad Musa on Saturday
Oh,
and
it's
Sunday.
Riyadh on Yo.
You see Riyad on Saturday and Sunday. So it's like, who am I going to spend my money
I
on?
see. I was in the flight with him when I was coming here on Sunday, and I see him from a distance. Bro, the guy just looks rich. You know, someone that looks.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is in the face, not the clothes, not anything, but someone who just looks okay.
He's well
He's
moisturized.
glowing. His skin is just. I was like, oh man, this
He has
guy
a
looks
skincare
good.
routine.
Yeah.
Bruh, you know
Skincare
when someone
routine.
is just looking very
It's a
good.
piece.
10 hours of
Damn,
sleep.
man. Yo, bruh. Doing very well.
What's crazy to me is that he left medicine to do this.
That's
Yeah.
love. But also, I understand it because, again, people think medicine is glitz and glamour. It's terrible. It's the worst job. As far as the job goes, you need to be very self-loathing and sadistic to yourself almost. There's nothing
You're
about
describing
it that
comedy.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You're describing
No,
comedy.
but comedy has a lot of dopamine, a lot of
Saving a life
a lot
wouldn't
of grandiose. It fulfills narcissistic.
You think suffocating a guy in the ICU doesn't feel good? You think
having the power.
flipping the machines off willy-nilly?
Last time I did it didn't feel good. But
Playing God.
Playing God, dude. That sounds awesome to me.
That's
dude.
the ultimate
no,
gratification.
but you guys then are thinking about it.
Accidentally giving somebody AIDS. You don't want to see how that feels.
No? Creating a new cancer?
Yeah.
Let's see.
But you guys are thinking about it in a TV show way, like big events happening. Most of it is daily, tiny, very repetitive. I promise you, a general practitioner's life is more repetitive than your job, probably, in
but
terms
got
of
access
how
to pills,
boring.
You got access to pills, dude. Come on.
You can be high all
Come on,
day.
bro.
Or dude, you won't even realize you're working.
That you'd also be surprised how much stricter that is now, in terms of the amount. Again, especially in South Africa. I don't know. In America, I feel like they have more loopholes. There's less of those in South Africa. There is a guy, a doctor. When I was in medical school, there was a big.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm a medical school dropout.
Okay.
There was a guy, like a very famous Hoteskir or whatever thing, a story that they obviously became a legend.
Yeah.
And the thing that was doing that, as in taking pills and whatever thing that got caught,
the
and
coolest
they
doctor.
tightened the system. So like you don't just have big access just because you're a doctor. There's pharmacists, there's multiple layers.
I was just going to say pharmacists are the ones who have access.
Yeah,
They
but-
are the ones,
Pharmacists.
because they are responsible for the
Woo-wee.
front end distributing.
Yeah, but
so
I
they
can-
can lose
I
some.
can
when
go
they-
fill my patient's prescription
Sure, okay.
and just take the pills home.
Yeah.
But then that's trackable. Then that's you creating paper work, because then that's trackable of if the patient.
Yeah, my patient needs like 400 grams of Lexapro or something. I don't know.
Why are you giving? You want to get high on antidepressants?
I want to feel good. I want to feel good, goddammit. I'm trying to take
You want
pills.
to feel nothing.
Yeah.
Correction. You want to feel nothing. That's what. Yeah. So yeah, it's really not an exciting job. I think if anyone has to choose between a successful comedy career versus a successful doctor career, they'd go with comedy.
Yeah, probably because it's more glitz and glam.
Bro, working 1 hour a day versus working
That is true.
13 hours a day. And it's working 13 hours a day. You're not chilling. You're working, and you don't even. Nah, bro.
I see
It's
doctors
insane.
chilling,
It's
dog.
insane work.
I see doctors chilling, dog.
I'm kind of like worried about the doctors of the next like 10 years, bro. Like those guys are going to be the worst.
Why do you think so?
Just have you seen what the kids are like today? You saw what happened at that high school the other day? They were auctioning off black kids, dude.
Right.
Hey yo, you got AIDS. No cap.
No cap.
No cap. You
No
got
cap.
AIDS.
I don't know. I feel like that has probably been an ongoing concern every time with because
And
medical school
they're
people
right.
drink always. They drink, they're wild, but they're always good because again, it's a job. It doesn't need genius. You've learned this
I'm
thing
not saying
even
it
if you
needs
have
genius.
hangover.
I'm just saying like the quality of person is getting like substantially worse.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by quality? In what sense?
Rowan's a
Quality.
pessimist.
I am a pessimist.
No. I
in
understand.
the-
I can
in the-
appreciate pessimism.
In the
but I
sense
just
that
mean,
like there's teachers who are quitting their jobs because they can't even like communicate with these kids anymore.
yeah, but that's not But that's not the kids that qualify for med school.
Yeah.
and
Those
for
are the
doctors.
kids that are going to qualify for med school because we keep lowering the standard of what's needed.
No, but to be a doctor,
Am I wrong?
It's not gonna
Am I
go
wrong?
that way. I feel like that's slippery slope argument.
Am I
Rowan, I
wrong?
feel like-
Am I wrong?
Rowan,
You are.
thinking in terms of
He's big
you're one of
leaps.
those. This is the worst generation.
But yeah,
it's like the we were kids. There were kids in my school who used to drive teachers insane. And
It's just that there's
gen-
more of them now. It's just that those kids now, so the average kids now are falling off the cracks as well because they have their phones, they can't concentrate and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the kids that have enough mark, it's very tough to get to medical school. Anyone that I feel like
do
has
it.
enough. No, it is. It takes, but again,
Tula
it's-
made it.
Yeah,
no,
you
but it
could
doesn't
make it.
take. But to correct it, it doesn't take. It's not. It doesn't take being smart. It takes a certain dedicate and hard work.
Discipline.
So anyone who's willing to put in the hours that you need to get it part first year. Let's just say that it's an insane amount of hours that there's no way you're also dilly-dallying at the same time and. There's no way. They overwork you so much, even as a student, that there's no space except to just drink yourself to death on the weekend and go back to it on Monday.
So why did you drop out?
I hated it. I'm sure you can tell from
Yeah.
how I speak about it. But it was that. It was like
They don't have the
I
concentration.
had a different idea
Must have
of
been
it.
his phone.
This nigga watched Grey's Anatomy and he's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You guys, people, you know what it is. But I do think there's people that genuinely love. For me, it was like that thing of from when you're a kid, like it getting imposed on you until you also absorb it, like it's your idea.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this child, oh, you're getting this mark. Oh, you should be a doctor. Oh, you think, and then whatever, and then it starts becoming your ambition.
I gotta check that. The cat was on.
And then you do
jump
it
on
for
the
a while,
laptop?
and then you're like,
you
oh
jump on
no,
the
this
laptop?
is terrible. This
Sorry?
is, yeah. So,
nurses what?
this is terrible. Then you
Yeah,
realize.
nurses are crazy.
But there were people that enjoyed it. Even with how it is, there's always the 10 kids in the class, and they're all Indian. No.
No, but it's
But
also like
there's like
I
kids that are enjoying it.
do think that like the goals for kids these days have shifted. Everybody wants to be
Online.
online famous,
Sure.
which is fair.
It's true. They did do a survey where kids wanted to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you want to get a knee like surgery, you're gonna have to listen to my doctor's podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Get on. Oh, mid surgery they get on TikTok and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Yo, I'm
They're
doing heart
that
transplant."
They're doing that shit already. There was a lady who got fired for doing that shit.
Multiple people have gotten fired for doing. But
Yeah.
but I still think it's not happening as much as it could happen.
It's
the
gonna
fact
happen.
that
What
the
you're
fact
saying
that
is gonna happen.
no, the fact that in a year you only have those 3 cases where there's a video that goes viral of someone in the hospital, whatever. With how many hospitals are there? How many workers? And there's only 3 a year. That's still that's a very optimistic number. That's a very low number.
It's pretty good, but
Yeah.
it's gonna get worse.
I'm
gonna
sure
get
just
worse.
in general. You're just talking about life in general.
The world is fucked.
Yeah.
We're gone.
So Roy,
No,
what-
I hear you, but I really don't think things are gonna get as bad as I think.
Bro, we like 40 years away from famines and shit. Like it's really not like it's not that
I
far
don't
off.
know. I feel like the kids will figure it out.
Nah.
I feel like that's the thing.
Our
Kids
parents
always
thought
figure
we
it
would
out.
figure it out, dude.
We did though.
Did
as
we?
a generation, as individuals, we fucked. But I feel like
As
as,
a
a,
whole.
generation,
no, we just became
figured
like,
it out.
like extra cogs in the machine. dude.
No, are we not? Are we not the same generation that has broken significant certain cycles in fam? We were the first one to focus on bullshit like therapy until it started working, because it initially was like a fad. Started working. There was the stats that the millennial dads spend, I think, 70% more time with their kids than our dads
They're
did.
unemployed.
Yeah,
That's why.
because everything is fucked.
Because they're trying to be fucking streamers, dude.
But back
and
then,
podcasters.
when dads were unemployed, they just beat the family.
Yeah.
So we better at being unemployed
Yeah.
as well. They just beat everyone, bro. So I'm saying there's so many things we've figured things out in a way that the older generation doesn't even understand when you try to talk. So same as the kids. And obviously people were worried, because we had the PlayStations, so they were worried we're always in there. Now we self-regulated and saw that, let me tone it down. The kids as well.
The kids aren't
have that experience of being born in that world, so
Yeah.
they'll navigate it better than you can comprehend now. You can't navigate it now because you would know so much of life without this bullshit.
Yeah.
So for you, it's still just a toxic thing that you need to. They live within it, so they're able to.
I don't think so, dude.
I disagree.
I don't
I'm
think,
telling you, they'll figure. Not now, but they will figure it out.
I don't think 12 hours of Andrew Tate fucking mocking people and whatever the fuck the kids. I don't think it's a good thing.
No, look.
And that's,
I
and that's
agree.
because millennial dads are sitting next to them going like, look at my phone.
Everyone's
I'm
watching on
playing
their own
video
screen.
games."
No, look, I do agree that there's a lot of things that scare me as far as like the cultural impact of specifically American like social media that it has on us. Because that's where the Andrew Tates, like that's that culture. That is, which is weird here where people then will start, there was a lot of rhetoric that then started to say, black women are gold diggers. That started on those fashion frit, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't be in South Africa and believe that when you go to Texas ranks, everyone you see there from 4 a.m. is just black women selling things. It's not even black men. It's the most hardworking. They're raising everyone's kids. They're doing but you still, because you seeing this on the screen, you start to believe that. And initially it was just on the
Slay
phone.
queens are gold diggers.
Exactly, which is
Let's
and that, hey, girls don't want you without money, bruh. Every broke guy I know has had a girlfriend. I've been broke so many times. I've always had a girl in the back rooms in the townships. Niggas have girlfriends that clean for them.
Women would tell you to your face, they're like, what gold am I digging here?
Exactly.
What's there to dig? I love you.
So people listen to those American podcasts that are talking about girls in Miami, because that's usually where they are, the fresh and fit, those girls that have surgery, whatever, and they apply that here. So that's what scares me, I'll be honest, because now there's this, I had a mentee in UCT, and I realized when I was talking to him, the shift in him, and I realized how much he was affected by those. And that was my first time realizing, this is now leaving social media in his real life.
Yeah.
Because usually you'd leave social media and be like, in real life, everyone is fine. This is not. Now I realized him using those talking points, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, people getting programmed from a much earlier age, and we all know
that scares me.
the human brain is very malleable. You can get them to do whatever you want. The CIA spent a couple of years experimenting with that. They figured that one out.
They know.
So I don't know, man.
Yo, bro, that shit. I'll be honest. That shit then scare. And I think we'll see more of it now. Like with Kamala Harris running, I think there's gonna be a lot of those. Like the manosphere is gonna be strong. Candace Owens is gonna be her time to shine.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring her up because they need a woman, a black woman, to speak, so that it's like you see even black women. So it's gonna be a wild couple of months. And if Kamala wins, it's gonna be a wild 4 years of that rhetoric. It's just gonna be a wild time.
Told you it's her.
Don't make me smell your cat.
Was it her?
Yeah.
He's like,
And you blame me.
you almost like, smell my cat's ass. dude.
Exactly.
Like,
So
I'm
you
gonna be
thought
like,
I smell like your cat's ass. Wow. So I don't want a depressing note to pivot to make your jokes. Make your
no,
jokes.
that's fine. Would this work as a joke?
What?
We need to wrap this up soon because you guys need to get to shows.
Oh, yeah.
How long has it been? Damn.
It's almost 22. Shit.
Yeah. You guys need to get going. But would this work as a joke or as an idea? So the Olympics is going on, huh, folks? I don't really care about sports, but I did see a video of like North Korean and South Koreans taking a photo together, which is I forgot this joke.
I see the premise is funny, but keep going. I want to hear
I'm
you
trying
land
to remember
it.
what I said.
I
with
want to
that.
hear you land it.
Oh yes, which is funny because those North Korean kids, as soon as they get home, they're getting hung, and that gold is getting is getting melted. Is that too far?
No, it's not.
How about North? I saw North Korea won gold at the Olympics. What did they do? Not pretend to be hungry? Okay, Doc. They win the gold and not pretending to be hungry.
Damn. Okay.
That's the list. Starvation is in the Olympics now.
Yeah, starvation's in the Olympics.
Why did Ethiopia win?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can go. So okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
I like the premise. Yeah.
I don't know. I was just trying to be relevant. Current
But
news.
now that you've brought that up, I'm realizing there's actually so much material to mine from just North Korea being in the Olympics.
Yeah.
There's just so much funny shit there to think. And you heard, I don't know if you've heard, like when they in the Olympics, they have these, like they have handlers. And it's weird that this is a known thing that it's like, so they have handlers, they can't talk to people because they're basically hostages of the
stage.
So they can't talk to anyone. They have a dedicated place because people live in the Olympics village that's where all the athletes are fed.
Yeah, which I heard is like a fucking shithole this year.
Is it bad? Oh, it's usually nice, I hear.
Yeah, this year they were like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
Like the this is like the bed. This is basically
For
like
real. They in Makanda, basically.
They
That's
Makanda, bro. 100%.
But
Like
that's luxury for
Yeah.
some countries.
that's luxury for some, but it's funny because like the American.
So they
basket-
just brought the average down.
Yeah.
They just bridged the gap between the poorest and the richest. Like you're all.
What's funny is because like the American basketball team, because it's part of the Olympics, it's all like NBA stars. So they saw
Right.
that shit and they're like, nah, dude, we're getting hotels.
Oh, they of
And
course.
they're the only athletes there that can afford hotels.
Yeah.
Damn. and in North Korea, they staying separately. So their state is like, because North Korea has money. Well, the state has money. So they staying separate to make sure they don't.
They're
mix with
sleeping at the
other-
stadium.
Yeah,
So they get no outside influence.
yeah, yo, dude. So yeah, that's
Propaganda
kind
has
of
to
crazy.
Stay alive.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy that they would let that happen, but Russia is not allowed.
Russia's not allowed, but fucking Israel is.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
there's like a lot of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Israel's competing. Did
and
you
it's
not
for the
see-
same reasons. They're
Yeah.
saying you're not allowed because you bomb
Because of war
Yeah.
crimes.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's weird things in the
It's,
Olympics.
yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
stupid. I don't know. Have you seen that video of that kid talking about the Israel and Brazil soccer game?
No.
So there's this kid who's talking about the soccer game to the camera,
Right.
and he's like, "Yeah, Israel's wasn't that bad. They were pretty good at the start." And then there's a old Jewish man that's like, "No politic here, no politic here." And the guy's like, "I'm talking about
I'm
the
talking
game.
about the game.
Don't worry about it. I'm talking about the game." He's like, "No politic here," and then he's like, "Free Palestine."
Wait, he says free Palestine.
Yeah, the kid is like,
the
free
kid.
Palestine.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. But I feel like with such big things, there's no way the presence of Israel or even Palestine can be non-political.
Yeah.
Like their presence is going to be political because that's what's happening. That's just the
Wait, is
reality.
Palestine at the Olympics?
Are they there? Do they have
They're at
enough
the
athletes?
Paralympics. Because of all the amputees, folks. Am I right?
Damn.
Hey, man.
Yeah, they're competing with Ukraine.
Yeah.
They have the same,
Yeah.
they have the same amount of alive people.
But it is funny, like there is Russian athletes under some other banner. It's not like as Russia, they're like under like,
Right.
independent something athletes.
Oh, but yeah, that I think that happens. Or it's just like, is it France just taking Africans for their soccer?
Yeah.
that happens. You can rig
Yeah.
the matches to give yourself the best chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a very serious,
It's been
kind
fun.
of depressing podcast.
Nah, never, dude.
I feel like we were too serious.
No. We had some laughs. It was good times.
Yeah.
Goofy dog.
Yeah.
You know, it was not enough.
We
was
got
fun.
some hee-hees, dog.
The last episode you're on was like we were talking about black problems a lot, and I was just trying to find ways
To move
So
on.
I'm glad we
Right, it's a nice change of pace. Talking about
Israel,
the descending
Palestine,
of the youth to social media and Israel. That's a nice change of
light
pace.
work,
Yeah.
I can't speak on black problems, but
Can speak about war.
I can speak about the world. Anyway,
Nice
folks,
change of pace.
On that,
on that note,
thanks for listening.
yeah,
Once again.
tell Thulasizwe whatever you want on social media because his thing will be in the description.
Tula Sitole comedy.
It'll be in the description. Don't worry about it.
Tula Sitole. No one's checking the description. Tula Sitole comedy.
I don't
you
know.
think people are that investment? People are listening in their car.
People love our captions. Sometimes
Well, I
people
listen
just
in the
go to
car.
the description and don't even watch the video.
Yeah,
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ask
dude.
Kuma. He got a follower out of the show.
Interesting.
Yeah, a follower, dude. That's
Yeah.
big. That's numbers, dude.
That's big. My career is gonna be different after
Yeah,
this.
bro.
I said I didn't want success anymore. It's gonna chase me.
I'm
now.
just saying. Everyone who's been on this pod has
Yeah.
taken off.
Yeah.
Go to, if you're in Cape Town, go to Protifire. What's the name?
The Protea Fire and Ice. It's already happened.
It's
by
too
the way.
It's
late.
already
It's
happened.
too
So there's
late.
nothing to promote.
You never showed up.
You guys didn't come, and this
Oh,
was the last episode.
You're wondering why there's no podcast next week? We're
We're
not
angry.
alive.
So it's you two guys, and who else? There was a third person.
Zonke and
oh,
Uma.
nice. Yeah, Mzonke. Oh, bro, I don't think I've seen Mzonke's in your stuff. I didn't see him since I was here.
He's gonna
I'm
bury
cute.
us at our own show.
Bro,
Yeah.
Mzonke is so funny. Mzonke is so...
He's a prodigy.
Yo, he is, yeah.
He's a
he is,
prodigy.
in terms of his brain and how it
No,
works.
just how quick he gets it. How quick he got it. Like 6
Nah, but
months.
he-
Because I was
He's got
there for his
background
first time. Were you
in
guys
film.
there? You remember when Jared was hosting? You were there.
Yeah.
And he killed where everyone couldn't believe. Where Jared was even like, it's your... What?
Yeah.
It's your first time. And because the jokes were already polished.
Yeah.
I've never seen a joke from him unpolished. Like, it just does get better in that he adds, but even the first time, it's already good.
Yeah.
It's not being like, is this something?
Is it too late to get someone else to open for us?
No, that's
don't know.
good.
What's
Eugene Vanako doing on Friday?
Mzonke asked to open for us.
kidding,
so
I'm kidding.
we gotta.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
He was
shout
like
out to Mzonke, bro.
yeah.
That's the future of comedy.
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Look, we're gonna lord this over him for the next 20 years. Remember that time you opened for us?
We put you on the map.
Put you on, dog. Remember that time?
He's playing a stadium and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
same thing, dude.
Same
You
thing.
played Protea, you're playing the fucking
Yeah,
FMB
we put-
stadium.
But that can happen and can still be warm. It's like the Keith Robinson and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
It
fair.
still looks like a warm relationship that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was his? I did not finish his special. How was it?
Yeah.
Was it good? Good. Keith.
Oh,
I
it was,
didn't
it was
watch it.
okay.
I didn't watch
I give it.
It was a bit
good
tough.
6 or 7.
It was a bit tough
Hard.
for me. Yeah.
The stroke thing is pretty hard.
It was hard for you.
Oh, it's hard for me.
The stroke thing is hard
I
for
love
us.
Keith.
Fuck him. It's hard for us.
we have to look at that.
Yeah. I gotta try and decipher the subtitles because they got that wrong too.
Yeah, it's hard. I wish I could like fast forward, like make it. Yeah, it's hard.
It's tough.
Which
They
is
should,
sad.
you know
It
what?
should
They should dub stroke. Like stroke, they should dub them over.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah.
and just have him talk like very professional, like when they dub, like how they
Chinese
the
movies.
double
Yeah.
Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
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 Oh, but that was the best dubbing, the Dragon Balls.
Hold
one.
on.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
that was good.
That's one of the best dubs.
Oh, it's because it's all we know. We were into like we were so.
Yeah.
young.
Have you ever heard like the Chinese Goku? Sounds wrong, man.
yeah.
Yeah, it
sounds
like a
wrong.
racist. Sounds
Yeah.
like someone doing an
Someone-
impression of a Chinese.
Yeah.
Sounds wrong. Anyway, folks, have a good week.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you when you see ya. Bye bye.
Bye.